Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is time for part 115 of our Skylanders Spyro's Adventure playthrough. Basically what this will be is showcasing the Earth Element Skylanders that I have fully upgraded now. What I am finding, I've only recorded the Magic part 111 and then just did Tech part 113. What I'm noticing is, one, I'm extremely tired and probably shouldn't be doing this. Two, it is very easy to get through pretty much any enemy now. I'm not really getting to spend the amount of time I'd like with each character. You know, that said, it's primarily just because it's so easy to get through the levels. You know, I went ahead, Drill Sergeant barely got to do anything. I took him through a heroic challenge. I'm kind of debating here, you know, whether maybe I should do that or not, but I think I'll stick to my original guns. The Earth Element, you know, could possibly wind up being my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do Stone Town here. I actually don't have a Skylander. Let me get Bash on here. Okay. Like I said, I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm just gonna roll with it. There we see our fully upgraded Bash. I'm gonna talk to him. Okay. So Bash is a character I had 0 upgrades with. Tennis Tail, I think, deflects stuff. Iron Tail is probably more damage. That's his tertiary. Double roll, I think it lasts longer. With Bash, I honestly don't think there's a bad path. There's Granite and Pulverizer Dragon. I went down the primary that actually upgrades the tail attack. I'll take Legendary down the roll. But Mace of Destruction, Tail Swipe does more increased damage. Again, actual numbers would be great. Summoning Stone Uppercut, Stone Projection does increased damage. Gia, whatever hammer, hold A to charge up the Tail Swipe and do extra damage. And then the Triceratops Honor Guard. He got the armor bonus, and basically it looks pretty cool on top of all that. So here comes some Chompies. Let's try to, again, my goal here isn't just to breeze through everything, it's actually to kind of set stuff up. So let's see if we can land. Okay, that deals 60 damage, and it looks really cool. Let me see here. I'll get in the middle. I'm going to charge it up. We've totally lost audio. This is going to be one of those deals where I'll never be able to sync commentary with it. I don't know why it's doing that. I've like cleared the computer off too. It just seems to happen sometimes. Let me try the roll here for everybody. Okay, that spawner. Let me get these guys over here. I'm going to charge up. So he just unloads automatically. But what I'm going to do now is charge and hit this guy. Okay, well actually I didn't make contact. This'll get him. Okay, so basically 240 damage. It's absolutely ridiculous. He really moves pretty quick, you know, for what he is. The attack's not exactly the quickest, but when you can deal 240 damage, I don't know how you can really complain. I think some spinners come out down here. There's one. I'm just gonna try the stone trap for this guy. Okay. Now we'll good lord. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. As you can see, Bash is going to be a great character when fully upgraded. That's basically all you need to know from this video. At least in regards to Bash, and of course, you know, I can already tell the audio is going to screw everything up, but I am very tired, so I'll kind of leave it at that. But I think I pretty well highlighted, you know, this is his roll. It lasts twice as long, you know, when he's upgraded, you know, at least down the first path here, which focuses on the tail. Let's see if he's got the speed to get back over here. Okay, I forgot which way. I mean, this was the early days when I was using stealth off. No, we didn't make it. There's really not much in there. Let's see here. I think he can actually do it. Let's see if he can do it without rolling. just make things interesting in the video. Again, this is Bash with all of the speed challenges. Okay, so now just kind of as a bonus, I'm going to let's see if the Stone Shred will do it. The Stone Fist. Okay, so it doesn't have a great range, but you know, Bash is going to be someone that you can play with and just inflict massive damage. So I think up there, you know, it would have been a treasure chest or a hat or something like that. That said, just so I don't run into the same issue I did previously, I'm going to go ahead and switch characters here. Like I said, I honestly think you've seen everything with him. You really need a crud ton of enemies to highlight it all. Next up, Prism Break. Believe I went down his primary path. You can see he looks awesome with the extra armor. It's kind of that green glow he's got. I didn't really have many of his upgrades, just I think the tertiary. Anyway, Massive Crystal Eruption. It basically doubles the area, if I remember right. Triple Crystal Shards, you can have 3 of them active at once. The armor, of course, kind of that backpack effect in the green. And then Shard Soul Prison. Crystal Gems form that defeated enemies. So I think this will be pretty interesting. As you can see, he moves surprisingly well. There's of course his main attack, the beam. Then they come down automatically, and that was perfect timing. I mean, look at that. It's like a geometrical, you know, freak show, if you will. And then what happened, of course, since we beat those 2 spinners, it actually made crystal shards there, and that of course ultimately helps us. So
Skylanders of the water.
And like I said, you know, he's not the quickest, but you know, he performs admirably well. Well, let me let's see what he got. Okay, they're not a spawner. Let me try and set up something epic. This should be sweet. Okay. If you note all the chompies, that was pretty cool. And then where the enemies were killed, you get the you can see those are the ones we make, and then these are actually the enemies. Prism Break is a very cool character when upgraded. Again, with him, I don't know that you can go wrong with either path. I kind of happen to like this one. Plus, you know, we got the armor, so, you know, that's pretty sweet. And his soul gem is actually kind of useful, which, you know, you don't always see that. So. Let's see here, I'm trying to think what the guys have. I may have to get rid of him pretty soon. Right now the hard part is just like trying to figure out when to switch characters, you know. Alright, so this will be a nice little, I think I'll let Prism Break do this since they're so similar. We'll summon the shards and kill him. Like I said, it's really hard for me to set some of this stuff up just because the damage is, you know, so insane. I feel like you get a pretty good feel for Prism Break. You know, I got to show you his tertiary attack. His beam, you know, is great. It actually deals quite a bit of damage in and of itself. And then obviously when you summon the shards, you can refract. Then any enemy that you happen to kill turns into a shard. And it just basically, like I said, it's kind of like an old MS-DOS game. That said, I feel like you kind of get a good feel for him. I'm going to go ahead and go to Dino-Rang. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Note, Dino-Rang, I did all 32 heroics. I think I was just lacking one. I did wham shell. I remember now I did wham shells with him after I recorded the mass upgrades. And it was hilarious how easy it was, you know. Anyway, Boomerang Shield, you've seen a lot of these. The Basalt Boomerangs kind of change the appearance of them. Boomerang Finesse, you hold A to control them. Stonefish traps. It's kind of similar to Bash and Prism Break. Really, it's just different deal. These actually have to be activated when an enemy steps over them. Dervish Shield, the Boomerang Shield, does more damage. Volcanic Glass Boomerangs, which look even awesome. I mean, even better than the Basalt. Boomerangs do even more increased damage. Dancing Boomerang is a bounce. This is kind of similar to a Trigger Happy bouncing bullets. It's all in the wrist. The shield lasts longer and does extra damage. And then Sticky Boomerangs. This is sort of like Wrecking Ball getting to use his tongue to pull power-ups and whatnot in. Boomerangs pick up treasure, food, power-ups, require Soul Gem and Dark Water Cove. That said, here's going to be the Boomerang. Just base throws. You can see fairly quick. And then more importantly, that's with the nunchuck. You can kind of control it. And then the shield, you can kind of do that. The stone traps, like I said, they don't look impressive, but when we have an enemy walk over them here in a minute, they'll basically be like Bash. So, we'll try to set this up as interestingly as possible. Basically what I did is just harass them by using my Boomerang Finesse. Now, let's try this. Okay, there's our Stonefish traps. Gives you an idea what that looks like. Here's the Boomerang Shield, which, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that would have. Okay, you saw him. Well, let me try and set it up again. I'll try it with this money. I'm going to throw the boomerang. Obviously, it's not gonna. Well, it bounces too. Anyway, I'm gonna use finesse. See if we can get the cash. And we can. So that is very, very cool. Key, of course, is over there. This will spawn more enemies. Let's see here. There you kind of get a look at the bouncing boomerangs. Using finesse, I'm just kind of winning them through. That's still going. So pretty good life out of it. Now when we come this way, we'll have a few more enemies we can play with. I'll try to set another stonefish trap for you. I think it's right as you get the key and come back, if I remember correctly. Hadn't been here in a long time. Let me play around. I'll throw the boomerangs, use finesse, try to break everything in one go. Well, that didn't work out. Okay, now I'll just showcase the sticky boomerangs again. Okay, now we'll set up the stonefish traps, buy some time. Boomerang Shield. This will just kind of give you an idea how well we can take enemies down. And then now, we'll go down there, you can just see the XP come back to us. So, like I said, the sad part here is just how well the characters do, with the upgrades. I wouldn't say it takes the fun out of it, it's not really as challenging. This will be interesting. Stonefish traps employed. Looks like it missed them. Let me just standard boomerang attack.
Skylanders of the Earth Element
I didn't do
are
anything
strong.
special, no finesse or anything. I took out both of these spinners instantly. Let's try to do this with the bouncing boomerang. Okay, well, I'll have to use finesse. Anyway, you get the general idea here, so I will come over here. I think there's a spinner somewhere. Thought there was one. It's really almost easier just to do that and then use finesse, just in longer, longer range. Okay, this will be hilarious. Let me, you can see him there. I'm gonna see if we can get him with finesse. Yes. Yeah, so, if you recall, he probably gave you trouble when you came through here, with your first few Skylanders that weren't upgraded. Now you can basically get him without chasing him, so, works out great. This is probably something I'm going to screw up, just hadn't played in a long time. Yeah, maybe we'll remember it correctly, I don't know. I think the thing that I forgot when I came through here for the speed run was pushing this back, if I'm remembering correctly. But, you know, really, I mean, it used to be somewhat challenging. Now it's kind of, let me see if we can pick the key up with the finesse boomerangs. Okay, well. Okay, I'll try it from over here. Okay, so I guess you still have to pick the key up, but, you know, health power-ups, everything else, you know, we know we can get, so. Kind of interesting, you know, when you leave this area, it just automatically gets sunny. But what I will do now, we will pull Dino-Rang and go to Terrafin, one of my favorite characters. I'm sure you know now, since he's the one that I let get the Elite Agent accolade. This is our first experience with him fully upgraded. You can kind of see the dorsal fin there. Of course, 32 heroics for him as well. Punch, Earth Swim, you're familiar with. Belly Flop, Feeding Frenzy, multi-target punches. I took him down the primary path. We got Master Earth Swimmer, increase speed while burrowing. Homing Frenzy, many sharks home in and do extra damage. Razor Fin, while burrowed, your dorsal fin does damage to enemies. This is actually a deal, they list this path first. It's called Sandhog, and his brawler path is listed second, even though that's kind of backwards of the attack order. But the reason I picked Sandhog, it's not really so much to do with his tertiary attack, but you know, or I mean the minis, it's just mainly what it does to the secondary, which is burrowing, going faster and then dealing damage. Just is going to put him in a class in and of himself. And then Surface Feeder, the Soul Gem, it's kind of like a Dino-Rang deal. You can just pick up power-ups while you're burrowed and immune to damage, which, you know, you're burrowed, you're moving faster, you're doing damage to enemies, and then now, if you happen to burrow because you're low on health, you can pick up chili dogs, ice cream kills, etc. So, he should be interesting, and he was great out of the box, you know, and just with the base upgrades as far as his punching combos went and everything. That's of course his primary. Tertiary is going to be right here. Okay, so here we go. Oh my gosh, this is okay. So I got to highlight what I wanted to. That was all done with his dorsal fin while burrowed, and we did have maybe a few of the little sharks. Note the watermelon, we don't need it, but I'm going to pick it up from underground. Well, okay, let me do the belly flop here, just kind of spice it up a little bit for you. And instant death. So, you know, the Magma Walkers used to not go down that well. Now I'll get him with the dorsal fin. Yeah, so 2 hits with the dorsal fin, then we collected the cash. Just make things a little challenging. It took 2 punches to get those guys. What I'm going to do now is pick up the pie with burrowing. He's just going to be absolutely insane, which it's just going to be ridiculous what I can do. Okay, how should I kill you? Let's just punch you. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what you need to know here. All 4 of these guys are absolute crazy in terms of the damage they deal. They're extra special, you know, in terms of the armor, picking things up while burrowed or while underground, etc. Let's see here. I guess I'll leave those guys over there. They're just the squids. You know, too major. Plus we'll get to kill this one. I would be talking, but is he yawning? I mean, this is just, I mean, look at that, it's ridiculous. You really couldn't ask for much more out of anyone from this element. There's a Magma Walker. We'll just let him go in peace. But look how, let me show you what we can do here. Basically, just come over, belly flop, instantly took out a spell punk. 3.5 punches takes out 2 Magma Walkers. The cool thing here, we've got the Stone Golem to battle, and I'm thinking we may just have some fun with him. I may let each character just kind of walk aimlessly into him rather recklessly, and see what we can do. There's a lot to explore in this area, but you know, nothing too crazy that you've got to do. So I'll let Terrafin start. I'm just going to burrow. I'm not concerned about losing health here. 43 from that. I'll try to let them each get... Okay, check this out. Really damage. Okay. So I'm going to go down here. And, 5. Let's see if we can dodge all the boulders. There you saw him pick up the power up. And then... Okay, so I think that's about a quarter. So let me get Terrafin out. The headset's about to come in. We'll just kind of backtrack through here. I may let Prison Break finish him off. But I'll try to use the boss's health meter to divide up the playtime here. We'll let Dino-Rang come up. Let's see if the Stone Fist traps, looks like he just smashed them. Okay, that's actually probably a little more. All I did was throw a few boomerangs. We'll pull Dino-Rang now. I'll see how Bash can dodge everything. What I'll do with Bash is let him come in and just basically, I'm gonna let him do one charge tail attack and see what we can't do damage wise. Here we go. Well, he hit himself. Let me charge up. 240. Now that nearly killed him. So Bash clearly deals damage indiscriminately. You know, if you wondered, you know, what it would look like if you weren't dealing with like chompies or spawners that die easy, I feel like we could probably kill the Stone Golem in like 4 swipes of the tail, which is ridiculous. But we'll now come in with Prison Break, let him kind of take out his own kind here. Let him get the pretzel. I don't really want the rock to actually hit this guy, I just want us to do it. Try to get in here. Get tertiary. Did 20. Oh. Shouldn't have done. He's about toast. Prison Break can take it. I guess it's because of the armor increase. And there you go. Well, no, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, that's that's hilarious. This will be quite a bit of cash here. I remember doing that for the first time. You know, cycling through Stealth Elf and a few others. I mean, now you see it. I may record this later on after I'm done with absolutely everything with Bash fully upgraded, and just see exactly how few of hits it takes. Just recklessly walk right up to him, not evade the boulders or avoid his footsteps, and just basically swing our tail into him. But this was Stone Town for the Earth Source. Used all 4 of the fully upgraded Earth Skylanders, and it's almost comical how easy it is, you know. We'll skip the cutscene. Actually, I'll let it go Looked pretty sweet with Prism Break up there. And there we go. It sort of perked me up a little bit. It's now 5:05 a.m. late Friday night, early Saturday morning. That said, Earth Element, very impressive. All four of them. Started it out with Bash. Then I let him get, basically for his share of the boss, he got one hit, deals 240 damage, which is ridiculous. That said, I am very impressed with the, I can't remember if it's Granite or Pulverizer. It's his primary attack path we picked. But, you know, either one is good with Bash. This one I am extremely happy with. You know, particularly when you charge it up, you can't really go wrong. That said, you know, the roll attack is probably going to be pretty good too. Dino-Rang, my personal opinion, I think the primary upgrade path is going to be the best one. That's what we picked. I just don't really see the other competing that well with it. Prism Break, probably a little closer, you know, between the two, but I think the one we took is a little better primarily because of the armor. Terrafin, I don't think you can go wrong with either path. He would be an absolute beast in terms of primary close quarter combat if you went down his brawler or puncher path, whatever they call it. That said, when you actually go down the Sandhog path, being able to have the extra speed while burrowed and deal damage, and then with the Soul Gem get power-ups, it's like it's a 3-tier attack from his secondary. You know, and then you've got the Sharks, they touch on that, it upgrades it a little bit, and then just from his base 4 upgrades, his punch attack is, in my opinion, you saw us, we were taking enemies down with 2 punches. They're just all 4 ridiculously powerful, in my opinion, and perform very, very well. I'm happy with the path we picked on all of them. Again, Terrafin, I feel like Sandhog would have the edge over his other path. That said, the other path is going to be pretty dadgum good too. This one just, I feel like, would be more well-rounded. Bash, don't think you can go wrong with either one. Prism Break, I'm going to give a slight edge to the path we picked, you know, for the armor and the fact I just kind of think it, you know, pans out a little better. Plus, he stays green. I think on the other path, you know, the crystals turn yellow, which just isn't as cool of a look for me. Then Dino-Rang, I feel like we got it. I can't see the other path being better than that. The finesse control is great. Being able to pick up power-ups. You saw what we did to the Rocket Imp. I mean, imagine that in the heroic challenges. You have to chase those guys down, you know, like the Stop Sheep Thieves, which I think is Dino-Rangs. Do that with a fully upgraded Dino-Rang, and it'll be a total cakewalk. But that said, I am extremely tired. This is definitely the last one I record tonight. I'm going to hit the hay. Should be able to get all 3 of these edited, and basically then, you know, I've already got the mass upgrades recorded and edited, all ready to upload. I just wanted to do, you know, part 111, you know, mass magic upgrade, followed up with part 112 magic gameplay, which I just recorded tonight. Then part 113, the tech mass upgrades, you know, or 112, however it panned out. Yeah, I just kind of want to upload them chronologically, so that's the reason for the delay there. But anyway, I got 3 of them recorded tonight, and that means I can basically upload Magic, Tech, and Earth, so should be pretty cool to see. And like I said, I'll kind of use this as I go to pick out my favorite Skylanders, and, you know, kind of confirm what I was thinking, or, you know, be surprised, or, you know, regret picking paths, etc. That said, questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. And I am going to go to bed. I'll probably be up here in about 3 hours or so. So hopefully everyone's getting more sleep than me. And I'm definitely looking forward to trying these out. You know, I've heard Giants is going to be a little more challenging, so it'll be interesting to see how these upgraded Skylanders work there. But I'll quit rambling, and I'll be back here to record the rest of our fully upgraded vids. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.